Welcome to Danielle Scraps. My name is Danielle and I'm glad that you're here. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and that bell so you don't miss another tutorial. Hi everybody, welcome to an inspiration collaboration design team mystery envelope challenge. So this challenge is from Miss Kati, and she gives us some really pretty paper, and she tells us to cue up the Nat King song, I'm in the mood for love. It's time to refresh our stash of cards at the beginning of the year, and this month she's challenging us to make cards with a love theme. They can be Valentine's, anniversary, engagement, bridal shower, or wedding cards. Anything to do with love. I think that's great. Let's see what we have to work with. These are some gorgeous gold foil hearts. We have some gold twine. Ooh, this is really pretty ribbon. It has some of that gold fleck in there. So we have a little gold theme going on, and this is some beautiful paper. I have to look the name up. Ooh, look at the gold in that. I love this. This is rather new-ish. It is double-sided. Okay, let's get into this. Let's find some stamps that we can use for this. I think some of those Sale-a-bration stamps, that bundle stamp will be fantastic to use with this. And let's get started on making some cards today. All right, so here are all of these marbled elegant. Marbled elegant? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the name at all. I think the name is actually marbled elegance. Oh, maybe that is right. Huh. Okay, so we have the gold flecks in here, and then if you flip them over, we have these beautiful patterns on the back. I just kind of want to go over really quick some of the colors that are in here. So you're going to find some Melon Mambo. So if you have that color coach, this is a really good thing to use. So you have the Melon Mambo in here. We have the Cherry Cobbler. We have some real red in here. We have some Flirty Flamingo, and then you'll see some Petal Pink in here also. So lots of really nice monochromatic coloring that is going in here. And then you have that flash of gold that just really makes it pop. So some neutral colors that will work really well will be obviously some white, and you could also pair it with black to just make it pop. So let's see some of the stamp sets here that we can use. So we have Pick a Season. And I picked this because it has the hearts, so we can do a tree and then add the hearts here in the tree where we want, or we can even add the hearts onto the little branch over here, or branch it out, however we want to create that. So I've got those all ready to go if we so choose to use it. Our other one is Hugs for Sale. Now, really quick, this stamp set right here is a Sale-a-bration one. So when you place that order of $60, you can pick this out for free. That's the only way that you can get this cute Pick a Season set right here. Okay, so let's go back to the Hugs for Life. It does have a die cut that goes with it. I personally didn't get it. It was just this shape right here. I figured I could fussy cut that part out. So here are all of those. This is super cute. It's a polymer set, so do know that. So it's clear. So you've got 6 sentiments here and several different styles of hearts that you can build up on. Then I just picked this out. It is called Link Together. And this stamp set actually has those stencils. So the stencils are really neat to use. There is a little number up here, and so then that's how you use that to build on it so that you have different levels for your stenciling. And also I took the opportunity to get the bundle, and so here are some things that I can cut from this to enhance my card, and then obviously the polymer stamp sets themselves, and they're just sentiments. And the last thing was another Sale-a-bration stamp set. So this one is a bundle, and when you place a 120 order, you may select this if you want. And so it has the dies and then the stamp set, which is polymer also. I am thinking we're going to play with this one the most, but I'm not going to take the other ones off the table just yet. But I think this is going to be the one that we're going to do. I'm going to attempt to make 4 cards. So let me get everything cut out so that all we have to do is focus on the design and assembling everything together, and I'll go over all the measurements with you at that time. Okay, all of our paper is cut. These are the scraps that I have left, so I have plenty to make more cards if I want to. These are our card bases. And let's go ahead and look at some of the layouts here for our cards. So for card number 1, I'm going to go ahead and use that gold thread. And I'm going to use it on, I think, card 3 too. But I just think it's really pretty. So we're going to use that on this one. We have I'm going to call it a sub base that's cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this will be adhered on top of our regular base. We have this piece, which is 2 by 5 1/2. Then we have a black cardstock piece that's a 1/2 inch by 5 1/2. Then I have 2 supporting pieces that are 2 by 2 3/4 and 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. And this is where our sentiment is going to go. And let's get started here. Okay, so for this first one, we're going to use the Hugs for Love stamp set. And for our stamping, we're going to use the big bold heart. And then on the inside of it, we are going to say Hugs for my Valentine, I think, or Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's, this one. So we're going to sort of layer it like that. So I thought it would be good to do a pretty pink-like color for the heart, and then the black in Valentine's Day. So let's get those loaded up with ink and get started. Okay, let's do this in that Flirty Flamingo color. And I've already conditioned my stamp here. And I've got a piece of scrap paper that I'm going to just stamp on first. I just want, since this is the first time I'm stamping with this new stamp, I just want to make sure I had good coverage and it stamped nicely. So you can tell right here I have an air bubble underneath my stamp, so I'm just going to sort of play with that and try to get that air bubble out. And that just helps create a more even stamp. So this is our piece that we're actually going to use. And let's go ahead and ink this up one more time. Probably over inked it, but that's okay. And I'm just going to line this up. And I want it to be in the center as much as possible. Perfect. That actually came out really, really nice. So that's what we're going to use for that. Now we are going to load up our Happy Valentine's Day stamp. I'm just going to stick this over here to the side. And we're going to load this up with black ink. And we're going to stamp it right on top. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. I love that. Okay. I'm just going to de-stress the edge of it, distressing, And I'm just going to run a black ink pad around the edges of this just to help it set out a little bit. There's that. Put this off to the side. And let's start building our card with all of our pieces. That's good enough that we can actually use that again. So let me grab my card base here. And I just cut down some 12 by 12 piece of cardstock to create this. And so I'll just fold it in half. I always start in the middle and work my way out just to ensure that the paper doesn't move and create an uneven fold. All right, so there's our card base. Our layering here, we're going to put these pieces together like this. And then this side over here, when you're creating your card, if you choose to use this design, you could do some second generation stamping and create a design on the right hand side. I am choosing not to do that. All right, and then we'll add our small piece in here, flush to the top, and then flush up to the edge of our marbled. And then we're going to add this in, and I'm going to put this right between the red and the black here. And I think that's just going to tie it off really nice. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back here and here, because we don't need to wrap this all the way around. You can cut this part off as soon as it decides to stay for me. And then I can use this on my next card. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right on top just to ensure that it doesn't slip out of there. Oh, that looks cute. Okay, we can go ahead and put this down on our card base. Just making sure it fit nicely. Okay, so then this piece is going to sit right about here. Okay. And then add in our sentiment piece. Centered. Look how cute that is. Love it. Now let's add in some of these foil hearts. Let's see, where do I want one of these? Oop, he's down, he's not moving. Here we are. So we have a couple of little accents down at the bottom. So there's one card. All right, let's get started on card number 2. Okay, so for card number 2, we're going to actually not do any stamping on this. And I did this on purpose. I just wanted to showcase this really cool ephemera pack. and it's called Celebrate Love Mix and Match. So we're going to create 2 cards using this, and this will be the first of those 2 cards. And so there's just a bunch of die cuts in here, some sayings and things like that. And we are going to build up our base, and we are going to create a fun focal point using that ephemera. Okay, we're going to start by adding this pretty little piece right here. This is going to be a landscape card. I think I'm going to go this way with it. My brain tells me it's upside down though because of the gold. That's all right. Guess we're going to go the other way. We're going to add in this black strip. And there is a little bit of pink tones in here, so we're going to come in with that Mambo Mango and tie in some pink here. I love this card. It reminds me of the wild berry color from CTMH when they used to be open. It's not necessarily an exact match, but it definitely reminds me of it. Okay, so we've got this going here. We're going to come in with our centerpiece, and this piece is going to be kind of covering that white up primarily. So if you are somebody that can eyeball it, that's great. Otherwise, you're just looking to cover up majority of this white section here, maybe leaving a 1/2 inch at the bottom and then 1/4 inch on the top. So that's what I mean by quarter bottom side. Okay, then we're going to fill in that with some black cardstock here. And this is just sort of building those layers up to us. And then we'll finish it off with this. Now this is where you would traditionally add your sentiment. Oops. You would add your sentiment. You would add your stamping and things of that nature. So we're just going to build this up using these pieces from that really pretty ephemera pack called Celebrating Love. Celebrate Love, Celebrating Love. Okay, so when we put this on, we are going to just sort of, I'm going to put these on like this, and we're going to build each heart up. And so this should nestle nicely right in there, and I'll use a little bit of liquid adhesive just because it, use that side. I can just dab it on, obviously, because the dry adhesive is just way too hard. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to come in with this other heart. And they have 2 colors of hearts. They have these water washed or what have you hearts that are like that red tone that looks like it's got watercolors all over it. And then they have a pink tone also. And then these are in that new spring catalog. So this was a pretty good challenge that Kati has given us. So I'm really excited for it. All right, we're going to take these beautiful little flowers and we're going to turn them this way, and they're going to nestle right here. And then we'll add our Happy Valentine's here. And let me just give it a little bit of adhesive on here. I don't think we need a ton. Isn't that cute? I absolutely love that. It's gorgeous. Now you could add stamping here if you wanted to, or you could just continue off with one of the sentiments that they include in here. So we're just going to do the Happy Valentine's Day right down there at the bottom. We're going to add a couple of gold foil hearts to this. See if I can do a better job getting these off with my scissors. for placement. So cute. Nope. And then I'm going to add one down here. Okay, I do have this ribbon to utilize somewhere somehow, so hopefully I can get that used in, maybe on a different card. But here is card number 2. We have 2 more cards to go. All right, ready for card 3. I'm going to distress the edge of this with some pink flamingo ink. I love these little Stampin' Spots. Make sure that if you haven't already, that you check out all of the design team members' take on this challenge. Their links are in the description below. You can just click the playlist and find everybody there, or you can click their individual links. Okay, so we're going to leave a little border around the top 3 sides. And then we're going to come in with our red piece here, and it's going to go all the way across. And then this piece will go here. I'm going to put this down first. I think I'm going to change this pattern up just slightly. And I'm going to cut this down so it's even. I don't think I care for it to be longer than the other 2 pieces. That was amazing. I don't think I could have done that again. All right, and tuck in some of that adhesive. And then this was just going to get plastered here, and then we will put this piece down here, and you should have an even border all the way around. I think for this one we'll do a small bow and tuck it here, but first let's go through. I'm going to put this down. Now I am going to use the heart shape. This is that Sale-a-bration kit. It's a bundle, so you get the dies and the stamps. When you spend $120, you can pick this out for free if you so choose to. So it has that. So I am going to use from here my heart loves your heart. So I've already cut this out of that gold foil paper. I love that. I think it's gorgeous. And then I already cut out, which comes with this, just a little banner. And then all we have to do is stamp this on and then kind of add our little pieces here. So I'm just going to turn this over and get it to be as straight as possible. Love the grid on this glass mat for that purpose. I'm going to ink this up in black ink just so that it's striking. Awesome. My heart loves your heart. So let's go ahead and add this in up here. Now you could, or we could, also stamp in like a 2nd generation stamping with the heart stamp first and then add this on top, but I really just kind of wanted to feel for it without that. But that would be a great way to beef this card up. So just put that down for a sec. needs a little help. And then we have this My Heart Loves Your Heart, and that's going to go there. And we can pull in some of those cute little flowers from this kit here. I can get the page to not stick. That is usually pretty good adhesive that you don't really have to make it go so much. Actually, I think I'm going to leave this out. I changed my mind, and that's okay. I'm going to add this down at the bottom though. So all I'm going to do is tie it in a very super simple knot. Grab a glue dot, put it on, and it will look like that was a bow. I'm going to put that right here. Right there. All right, let's grab a glue dot and put that on, and then we'll grab some dimensionals to pop that up. All right, I just have these glue dots on this roll. This thing is ancient. I'm just going to peel off one, stick it on the back of this bow, maybe. All right, let's peel off. No, not crooked, please. Even though, like, crooked is the story of my life when it comes to crafting, right? And I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes I have to fix it, and other times I just go with the flow because it's okay. Sometimes done is better than perfect. Always. I'm not saying, like, accept, like, jankiness, but sometimes it's okay if it's crooked. No, come on. Okay, so we have our cute little heart. My heart loves your heart. We've got our little bow. That go gorgeous. Okay, let's do card number 4. Okay, card number 4 is super cute. We are, again, no stamping on this one, which I love. So we have this full piece of marbled elegance here that we're using, and this has primarily reds in it. Maybe a little hue of like a peach color down here, but honestly it is all chock full of just red and white. So I think this is going to be a very stunning one. So this is super simple. You're just going to put this the same size as your card base at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think I did the measurements on the first card and haven't done the rest. I apologize. I got so busy into like actually crafting that I need to, I'll list the dimensions in the description below, but if we can just get this to size right up, eh? Okay, there we go. So this, I'll just give it a nice varnish here. This is our card base. The next thing we're doing is we're going to come in with this small, it's a 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 little trim, we'll call it. So this can be replaced with thread, embellishing thread. It can be replaced with glitter paper, vellum, whatever you would like to use up here. Okay, So that's going to go there. This right here, we're going to dovetail that. And so I am just going to, this is 2 1/4. So 1 in, so 1 would be like half of it. And I'm just going to come in a little bit and just ballparking, eyeballing, somewhat measuring where the middle is. And I'm just going to cut up a little bit. That's probably too far, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to cut from this corner to that center cut as straight as I possibly can. And flip it over and do the same thing with the other side. There we go. Now we've dovetailed this, and it's really cute. We're going to put a little banner on top of this, or a little trim. And then this is just another piece of that DSP paper, and it just has some hearts going in a few different directions there. And so there, and this is just going to be centered right here, right there, like that. And we can go ahead and put this down. You don't have to wait for anything. This is a very super quick and easy card design. So just somewhat eyeball the center here. I'll turn it around and just sort of do it on the mat so there's some sort of grid work here. That looks about good. All right. So there he's crooked on there. Good Lord. And then we're going to build up our cluster here for the front. So for this particular one, this is, all of these pieces are out of that Celebrating Mix and Match piece that collection that is from the new spring catalog, Celebrate Love. And so this is just the outside of the heart that we used earlier. And so we're going to use it again, and I'm going to put some wet adhesive on this so it can stick down. And we're going to build our cluster up from here. I love clusters. And if I have a lot of stuff already done for me, I will play and make clusters all day long. If I am crafting and I have to stop and make things to make my cluster, it just doesn't happen. I'm going to just be super honest. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to come up here with this. This is how our cluster is going to look. And I'm going to take the rest of this gold thread, just wrap it around my fingers here, and make it like a little messy cluster with it. I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back of my heart here and stick this down in a very ununiformed fashion. So this is just sort of like the eye of the beholder on whether it looks good or not. And I'm just creating, like I said, a little extra dimension or clutter back here. And so then it just creates this little whimsy flow. And then the beauty of it is, if you feel like it needs to have a little bit more showing, you just pull it up and it comes up. So this piece is going to go down here as soon as I get it to play nice with me. Okay, so now we have that there. I'm going to add in some florals right along this heart here. And I am going to also add in a sentiment. Now this sentiment is a little bit different. It is not from the same ephemera pack. It's from the same catalog, the spring pack. So instead of the Celebrate Love pack, this one is actually from the Greetings for All pack. And I really like this one because it has a ton of sentiments in it. And I really like how it has the black and white here. Let me, instead of just staring at them, let me get some of these out really quick for you. So you have, you know, 2 sheets of white, 2 different sets of sentiments from the white and black, and then you have 2 sheets that are or exactly the same of the black and white. And I love this. It's just so striking how that comes together like that. So I just put these in a little baggie so that they all stay together, because once you rip open the other one, it doesn't necessarily come and stay the way you want it to. Okay, so this one, let's go ahead and add this in. And I think I'm going to pull that up there like that. And then on the back of this, I'm going to pop it up just so that it has a little bit more depth in it. And I just need to cut my foam down here so that my sentiment is up and noticeable. Okay, foam is just a little bit bigger than what my sentiment is. All right. And then this is going to go right there like that. So take the release paper off, and we will be all set for gold. Let's add in a little gold heart. Right there. Perfect. I love it. All right, there is card number 4. I hope you liked that. Let's bring in all of the other cards that we made today. And this is primarily from that ephemera packs. These are from the ephemera packs. And then you have the Hugs for Love and the heart-shaped. So the heart, remember, the heart-shaped is from the Sale-a-bration. In order to get that, you have to spend a certain amount, and then they reward you with a pretty one. And then the paper pack is all of that marbled elegance. Make sure that you hop on over to all of the other ladies to see how they took a twist on Katie's challenge this month, and I hope that you have been inspired. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Be sure to check out Melanie, Dawn, Susan, Cammie, and Katie's YouTube channel for their inspiration collaboration take on today's mystery envelope. Be sure to hit subscribe and like so you don't miss another tutorial.